All right, good morning, Carver Cougars. It is Friday, April 17th, 2020. Before we start our lesson, let's go ahead and go over our expectations. Number 1, make sure that you have a pencil and packet available. Also, make sure you're on the right page. It is Friday, April 17th, 2020. Also, today you will need colors, so either markers, crayons, colored pencils, etc. If you do not have colors at home, it's okay. You can still do this little art project without those things. You can definitely do it with just like your paper and your pencil. But if you do want to get those markers, crayons, colored pencils, I'm going to give you a minute to do so. Okay, so the music stopped. That means a minute went by. I hope that you got a little chicken dance in on this Friday morning to wake you up a little bit. Okay, number 2. Let's continue our expectations. When I say pause, please pause your video and fill out the next section. Or if I'm going too fast, you can also pause your video because this is your learning. It's on your time. 3. At the end of the video, there will be an exit ticket on Teams. Today, the exit ticket is not on your packet. However, it is alliteration. It's what we're talking about today. So let's go ahead and do our Spark. So today is Family Friday. So for Family Friday, who do you want to give a shout out to today? So I want to give a shout out to blank for blank. Okay, I'm going to give you, since you do have to write a stem and you do have to think about who to shout out, I will give you a minute and a half. When the music stops, then we're going to move on to our lesson. So again, right now you're working on your Spark. Who would you give a shout out to? Okay, awesome. Let's go ahead and do our do now. It's pretty quick, it's just one thing. So an adjective describes a blank. What does an adjective describe? 10 seconds, go. Okay, so an adjective describes a noun. What is a noun? What is a noun? So a noun is a person, a place, and a thing, or a thing. So are you a noun? Yes, of course you're a noun because you're a person. So today we are going to create a special type of poem called an acrostic poem. We will use those adjectives to describe ourselves. So I'll show you kind of what it will look like. So on your back page, there's a big old cloud. And then you get to make this awesome rainbow poem that'll help you practice a lot of skills, but it's also really fun. Again, if you do not have colors at your house, like those markers, crayons, colored pencils, it's okay. You can definitely do this with your paper and your pencil. You're not going to get points off or anything. Okay, this is just if you want to make it fancy. No big deal. So you will use the letters in your first name to come up with adjectives that describe yourself. I'm just going to move on. Write at least 3 adjectives for each letter. How many adjectives are you going to write for each letter? 3. So that's why I expect you to have that commas in a list. Like the comma, and since there's 2 or more, I do want to see that. Because the point of today's lesson is just to put a lot of our skills that we've learned in distance learning together and to make a cool poetry art project. So here's an example of what you can do. So my first name is Lauren, but please continue to call me Miss Renteria because that's what I'll answer to, kids. Sorry, maybe when you're an adult. But so my letters in my name are L-A-U-R-E-N. On this side where it says your turn, I want you to write the letters of your name just all the way down. Right now we're just brainstorming, we're thinking. So your job right now, just write the letters in your name instead of going side to side. You're going to write it up to down. Let me give you about 10 seconds to do that. Go ahead. I apologize for my loud dogs. Okay, so your job right now was to make sure that you had your letters and your first name written up and down this way, like how I did. That's all you're responsible for right now. So next step, think of an adjective for each letter. So if you're like, wow, I can't think of anything, it is okay to use help from an adult or help from the internet to help you come up with these adjectives. Also, I am posting this on your or on my page so that you can see this character traits list. So here are some character traits that start with A: active, admirable, adventurous. Some character traits that start with B, C, D, and it goes all the way through the entire alphabet. There is about 3 pages of adjectives, and this is definitely a resource that you can use so that you can describe yourself. I honestly could not find any character traits that started with X, so I thought of words like extreme or excited. So if you have an X in your name, then you can use stuff like this, like words that have the X in it, because I know that's a really hard letter to try to find adjectives for. But if you can think of any character traits that start with X, that means any adjectives that start with X, I will definitely give you bonus points. So on your poem, you're just going to go letter by letter. So I will also model it on this side. So my name is Lauren, L-A-U-R-E-N. You're ahead of me. You already put your name here. Using my list, what 3 adjectives can I come up with for L? Let me find L on my list. Aha. So, it says lazy, logical, loving, loyal, lucky. I can choose any 3 of those words. Or if I can think of a different adjective, I can do that as well. So I'm going to choose lucky, loving, comma, and I want to use this list to come up with actually, I want to choose something that's not on the list. I want to choose the word loud, because I can be very loud and I know that. So, do I have adjectives that are in alliteration, so they have the same beginning sound as this letter? Yes, they all start with L. That's lucky starts with an L, loving starts with an L, loud starts with an L. Okay? Also, did I practice putting my commas in a list? Comma, comma. Yes. Since I have more than 2 items, I have to put those commas there. So right now, since we're brainstorming and we're just coming up with adjectives on this side, in your brainstorm, you do not have to do complete sentences. You're just coming up with adjectives either from this list that is available on Teams or from your own brain. So you're going to go through each letter in the alphabet and come up with 3 adjectives for each letter. How many adjectives will you have for each letter? Again, you may use the internet or an adult's help. Okay, when you're finished so actually go ahead and pause the video so that you can brainstorm. All right, thank you for making sure you had 3 adjectives for each list and you had your commas in a list. And your adjectives are an alliteration for the letter. They all have the same beginning sound for that letter in your name. And you went all the way down. So since my letter is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, my name is 6 letters long. So I would need 3 for each. Please make sure you go through your entire name. If you did not go through your entire name to find all those adjectives, do so now, please, and pause the video. For everyone else who is ready to move on, okay, on your paper right now, it should just be a blank cloud. Go ahead and write your name in that blank cloud. Do it in pencil first, and then afterwards you can go over it with pretty colors if you have them. Take 10 seconds to write your name. Great, awesome. Thank you for writing your name nice and neat. So, in an I am poem, this is a special type of poem where every single sentence starts with I am. You're going to take your adjectives that you brainstormed, the ones that I brainstormed, and you are going to put them right here to kind of make like a rainbow. So that's my little rainbow that I made. Those are my adjectives for L, my adjectives for A, my adjectives for U, my adjectives for R, my adjectives for E, and my adjectives for N. Also, I made sure to start. I wanted to write incomplete sentences, so that is your expectation, to write incomplete sentences, but you can use the same sentence stem over and over again, which is I am. So this poem goes like this. I am lucky, lovable, and loud. Lucky, lovable, loud. I am appreciative, able, and accomplished. I am understanding, unique, and unselfish. R, I am real, ready, and respectful. E, I am educated, eclectic, and eager. N, I am nice, nifty, and needless. So I'm going to go ahead and go over this checklist to make sure that I had everything on my poem. So, did I write incomplete sentences all throughout? I started with the capital. It's written neatly. There's a space between each word. And there's punctuation at the end. All right. And I did that for all of my sentences in my poem. Awesome. So, I am also checking for 3 alliteration adjectives for each letter. So what is an alliteration again? What is an alliteration? So an alliteration has the same beginning sound. So with my first letter, it's L. Do lucky, lovable, and loud have the same beginning sound? Yes, they all start with the L sound. Appreciative, A is I am appreciative, able, and accomplished. Do all of these words, my adjectives, start with the letter A? Yes. and so on. So you're just going to check yourself to make sure your adjectives are in alliteration with the letter in your name. Also, the last thing I'm checking for, did you have commas in your list? First of all, there are 3 items. So if there are 3 items or 2 or more items, then I need those commas. So lucky, comma, lovable, comma, and loud. Perfect. Please make sure you have those commas between your adjectives so that it makes sense. All right. Good luck with your project. If you need any help, please let me know. Also remember that after you're finished making your alliteration, adjective, rainbow poem, then make sure you log on to Teams. There is an exit ticket for today. It says exit ticket for 4/17/20. This exit ticket does not match your paper because usually you'll have very similar exit tickets, but since everyone's name is unique and individualized, there's not a way for me to do that on Microsoft Teams for your quizzes. So again, your exit ticket, it just covers alliteration, and alliteration is the same sound at the beginning. So I bet everyone can make a 100 on that today. But if you need any help or if you're super confused, please message me on Teams or meet me on Blue Jeans. All right, y'all have a great day. Bye.